I'm infinitely proud of Lilith and what we were able to achieve, and I think the success of it was so sweet because none of it was expected. None of it was pre-thought out. It really came out of a very simple idea of, I want to go do some shows. I think it'd be really fun to have some other women come out and play with me. I've had women open up for me before. I look at the summer festivals and they're completely male-dominated, yet there's all these amazing women making great music. So if they're not part of that, let's just do something ourselves. And it was really that simple. And then I had a whole lot of people say, you can't do that. Mostly male promoters whom I didn't have a previous relationship with are saying, you can't put two women on the same bill. It's like, you can't play two women back to back on the radio. I got that all the time. And you know, when someone says I can't do something, for me, that's just putting a fire under me. I'm going to prove them wrong. And it just seemed like a ridiculous, antiquated idea anyway. And so we went and did it, and it was very successful. And, you know, I think I've always felt an immense gratitude for the fact that I have this platform, and that, you know, I feel a responsibility to use it for something good. And Lilith was a great example of that, to do something in a meaningful way. Like, I'd done a lot of charity work in the past, but we were told we needed corporate sponsors. You need underwriting, you need money to start up something like this. And big corporations were excited to get involved, and that just turned my stomach, because I'm like grassroots, hippie shrub. I don't want to have corporate money. It's like, okay, well, what if we get them to match their corporate dollars and give the same amount to charity? This is my manager, Terry McBride's brilliant idea. And I'm like, as a way of massaging it, it's like, listen, honey, it's not going to fly unless we have money. And so I agreed to that. And it was a great starting point for the philanthropic element of it, and the fact that, you know, we were a social movement, and we were all about supporting women and bringing women up. And what's a better way to do that than, you know, give people who are struggling financial support. And so, you know, the opportunity to fund and help raise awareness and money for women's shelters every day. Like, on some days when we were playing to 30,000 people, we got to give away a check to a local women's shelter for $30,000. I got to give them that check. You know how good that feels to be able to do something like that? Like, to essentially keep the entire facility open for 6 months. It's a great feeling. And, you know, I carried that with me, and it's like, oh my God, this feels so good to be able to give back in a powerful way like this. So it just really informed every decision that I make, and a big reason why I started the school, you know. And again, it was the money I made from Lilith I put into a foundation. It's like, I was making so much money. It's like, and I'm, you know, I've never been, it's great to have money. I don't know what to do with all this, so I put it in an account. I said, okay, that's going to be part of a foundation. What do I want to do with this money? How do I continue to pay it forward? And around the same time, all these music programs are being cut from the public school system. So I looked at that and went, this is what I can do. I mean, I can't fight the public school system, but I can try and help fill some of that void by creating a free music program. So that's what I did. And 16 years in, we now have 3 schools, one in Surrey, one in Edmonton, and our mothership in Vancouver, and you know, over 1,100 kids in the program. And it's a huge, huge source of pride and joy for me.